What's going on, great people? Thanks for clicking on this video. Before I get started, I want you to know that there's a link in the description below where you can donate and help directly families who were affected by the Eaton fires and the Palisades fires out here in Los Angeles. That is way more important than anything I'm about to talk about. I have a work trip coming up, and it is with the nonprofit that I work with called Our Own, and we're headed to San Francisco with a group of high school students who are preparing for college. So we're doing a tour up there with companies and different colleges for them to experience. So I'll be there all week documenting them in different ways. So I wanted to do a video showcasing you what I'm going to take on this trip. This trip is not like most that I've done because usually I have to take a plane. This time I am on a charter bus, which is a gift and a curse, because with a charter bus, I can pack way more gear than I would on a plane. I don't have to worry about overhead size and carry-on size. I can pack whatever I need and just throw it in the bus. That being said, today I am sharing everything I am taking on this trip, and all the links for these items will be in the description below. The first item or items I will be taking on this trip is the Sony a7R V. I have two of these, and I can do photo and video with them, and I intend to do both. But this is the camera of choice, or cameras of choice, to take on the trip. And along with the camera bodies, you can't go without any lenses. So of course we're taking the 24-70 2.8 G Master 2. And I'm also taking the 70-200 2.8. Of course we take the 70-200 and the 24-70 because that can capture a very wide focal length. It is a group of high school students, so I have to be aware that it might be small groups, they might be far away, they might be walking. If I want to get some of those great college shots that are wide with a bunch of negative fill at the top, I can do that. But also I can get a close-up shot of details if I need to with the 70-200. I will also be taking the lens that I'm using right now, which is the 16-35 millimeter 2.8. Of course, with trips like this, there are always going to be need for group shots with the whole group or the staff of the company or the dean of the university. So definitely always want to have a wide lens in the kit just in case. The next item, of course, is not really an item on the list, but definitely my phone that I use every day, which is the iPhone 16 Pro, but more so focus on the new case that I have. So let's talk about that. This is the Alumu case, and I like it because it's not really a case, it's just like a little border around it, because I'm so tired of getting new iPhones and having to put a bulky case on it, and I never get to experience how the actual iPhone feels and how slim it is. So I got this case. I love carbon fiber, and yeah, this is the one I'm rocking right now, and I love it so far. And before I go any further, I have to say that all the gear you're about to see is going to be in one of these three bags. First bag being the Alpaca Go Sling. This is definitely one of my favorite types of bags and one of my favorite companies who make this bag. So the Alpaca Go Sling Simple Studios commuter backpack, 20 liter. This is definitely the backpack I will be taking with me. And lastly, for gear is the Think Tank Advantage XT, all the camera gear that I'll be taking. So these are the three bags that I'll be taking and storing all this gear in. The next item is the Godox V860 flash. I'm taking only one because a lot of the events that we're doing is in the daytime and I don't really need it, but I always want to have a flash just in case something happens at night, or if I don't have any light and I need to capture something in the evening, whether a dinner or a speaker talking to the children or the kids. I don't know. I just want to have a flash. I don't take trips without one because you never know what can happen even with weather. I also take the Godox AD100 Pro. It's a very perfect light for just in case situations. If you want to do something, if somebody needs a headshot or just anything that could happen and you want to have a light but don't want to have to pack a bulky light. I have a Godox AD600 Pros, but I don't want to take any of those because they're too fragile and they're too big. So this is my solution for not having to take that, is the Godox AD Pro 100. And with that light, you definitely have to have a trigger. So I have the Godox X Pro 2, just to trigger the light and the flash if I want to. If I want to have a 2-light setup, I can sync the AD100 and the flash and then have 2 lights, and then boom, there you go. So Trigger, always gotta have a trigger. So that was the photo gear. Let's move on towards some of the vlogging and video items that I will be bringing. First item is definitely the Osmo Pocket 3. One of the best cameras from 2024 in my opinion. We all know about it, we love it now. It's sold out everywhere, so I don't have to tell you about this camera, but it's definitely worth every penny. I would say get one if you're trying to get into the content game and don't want to spend over $1,000. Pocket 3. With traveling, you know, lighting is always not a option, so I like to bring things like this, which is the SmallRig RM120 light, where really you can just put it anywhere. You can probably see it in my background right there. I have about 4 of them, so I'll be taking all 4 of them to light any situations where I may need some lighting for a quick interview or a quick setup or just a hair light or a fill light somewhere. So these are perfect. These I think are $60 or were $60 when I purchased them. So for this kind of power and diversity, this is great to have on any trip, and that's why I'll be taking 4 with me. Microphone of choice is definitely the DJI Mic 2, the whole kit. As you can see, I'm using it right now for this video, and I use them for mostly all of my videos because the audio is pretty amazing to me. I struggle with audio in my earlier videos, as you may know. So this is definitely a solution. Bring this anywhere and everywhere. You can get great audio right directly into the microphone, or you can plug it into your camera like I'm doing right now. So yeah, DJI Mic 2, definitely going on the trip. This next thing I don't use very often, but on trips like this, I definitely can't leave it at home, and that is my drone. This is the Mavic Mini Pro 2, and it is perfect for, you know, those group shots of the kids waving goodbye to the school and stuff like that. So even if it's just for a 1-second clip or just to have kids walking and getting that angle that you can't get unless you're on a ladder, definitely want to bring a drone for things like that. So this is definitely going on a trip, and it's small enough to pack in my camera bag. Why not? Definitely take a drone whenever you can and get some angles that you probably would have never got. Now let's get into some of the batteries and the charging situations that I'm going to take with me. So one being the TriCharge. I love this thing. This is from Peter Lingrich, or that's where I got it from. Shout out to him and his YouTube channel. This is the TriCharge from Jupio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jupio, where you can store and charge and see the battery life of your batteries in 3 slots. And you can also store some memory cards in the back as well. So this is perfect on the go. I can just pop this in my bag. I don't have to have batteries flying around in the bag. And I always know how much battery life I have on each battery. So this is guaranteed to be in the bag, and it's going on the trip. My phone, I have the Anker Mag Go. Definitely one of my favorite items to carry just in case my phone is on its last leg and probably needs a little bit of juice. So I have the Anker Mag Go for my phone, and also just got this in today, the Anker 737 power bank. I saw this on Tech Me Out's page. I'm also not a fan of the brick, but some things are just necessary. As you can see, I'm going to be carrying a lot of gear with me. That's phone, that's laptop, that's iPad, but definitely need some portable chargage. Is that a word? Definitely need some power when you're out and about and running around with high schoolers at different schools. You never know how long your battery will last when you're doing photo and video. So definitely I recommend this power bank, and yeah, shout out to Anker. Headphones of choice is definitely the Apple AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation. Just got these for Christmas. Shout out to you, my lovely lady. And this is a Caseology case that I got with it, and I love it. It's definitely an upgrade from my last pair. I think I had the AirPod 2s. So for this trip, I don't want to take my AirPod Max just because those are too big and bulky. I'm not doing any real audio things. And with the noise cancellation on these, I don't really think it's necessary. So I'm happy to take these and leave the rest at home. For storage, backing up all my files that I shoot, I will be taking the Samsung T7 2TB with the Delta X mount on it, just to mount it to my computer. Whenever I need to plug it in, I don't have to worry about it falling or anything like that. So definitely my go-to SSD when traveling, because it's so small and compact, but also has enough storage for the trip. I'm not going to shoot anywhere near 2 TB in 5 days, but you never know. This next item is definitely one that I never leave home without, and it is the iPad 10th generation. Love this thing. I use it to watch content, take notes, fix my Notion boards, and all of those good things. So it's very compact. That's why I put it in the Alpaca Go Slings, perfect for that. And I watch content on it. So when I'm on the bus trying to ignore all the high schoolers, this is definitely a very important item to have. So iPad 10th generation goes in the bag. Definitely last but not least, the last item I will be taking is my laptop. Of course, I can't do any work on the go without it. So this is my M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch with 64 gigs of memory and 2 terabytes of storage. This gets me out of a jam when I'm on the road or out and about and not at my main computer like you see behind me. Definitely my laptop is guaranteed if I need to do some recap images from the day of, just to post in real time and do some work while I'm in the hotel room, answer emails and all that good stuff. So definitely can't leave without my laptop. It is going with me on the trip. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Again, all the things that I named are in the description below. Again, if you would like to donate to some of the families who were affected by the fires, there's a link in the description below where you can donate directly to them. Until the next time, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.